Review of Reasonable Doubt Season 2, Episode 1, Who You Wit. Who You Wit, the premiere episode of Reasonable Doubt Season 2, brings us right back into the fast-paced, emotionally charged world of Jax Stewart, who continues to face personal and professional challenges. From the opening moments, this episode sets the stage for what looks to be a season filled with even more tension, twists, and high-stakes drama than the first. If you're new to Reasonable Doubt, it's a legal drama that stands out from the crowd with its engaging characters, complex storylines, and a fresh perspective on the justice system. And if you've been a fan since Season 1, Season 2 does not disappoint with its return. This episode gives us a glimpse of where Jax is now, and the decisions she's facing, both in her personal life and her career, are more intense than ever. Let's dive into some key moments from this episode and how they set the tone for the rest of the season. Jax's personal struggles. A deeper look at her relationships. In the first episode, we catch up with Jax, played brilliantly by Mitzi Corinildi, who is clearly struggling to balance the complexities of her personal life with her demanding career as a high-powered defense attorney. From the start, the tension between Jax and her estranged husband, Lewis, played by McKinley Freeman, is palpable. Their relationship seems to be at a breaking point, with both of them grappling with the aftermath of their separation. One of the biggest questions I found myself asking throughout this episode is, can Jax and Lewis find a way to repair their relationship, or are they too far gone? There are moments when it seems like there's still a glimmer of hope, but their unresolved issues keep pushing them further apart. Their dynamic is one of the most intriguing aspects of the show, and I'm eager to see how it develops over the season. What I appreciate about the way Reasonable Doubt handles Jax's personal life is that it feels authentic. Jax isn't portrayed as a superhuman who has it all figured out. She's flawed, makes mistakes, and struggles with the same things many of us do. Balancing work and family, dealing with heartbreak, and finding a sense of peace amidst chaos. Her journey feels relatable, and that's part of what makes her character so compelling. The legal battle. Jax versus the system. On the professional front, Jax is once again deep in a high-profile case. This time, she's defending Chanel, a client who's facing some serious charges. What makes this case stand out right from the start is the addition of a new lawyer to the team. Jax brings in someone to help, but quickly disagrees with their approach to the case. The clash between Jax and the new lawyer leads to some intense moments, and it becomes clear that Jax isn't willing to back down when it comes to defending her clients the way she sees fit. This dynamic adds another layer of tension to the episode, and I couldn't help but wonder, will Jax's decision to stick to her own tactics backfire, or will it ultimately save the day? As a viewer, you can see that Jax's determination is both her greatest strength and, at times, her biggest weakness. She's passionate about her work and willing to go to great lengths to protect her clients, but this often leads to conflict with those around her. I'm curious to see how this internal struggle plays out as the case against Chanel unfolds. Themes of loyalty and betrayal. One of the key themes in this episode is loyalty. Whether it's loyalty to family, friends, or clients, Jax finds herself questioning who she can trust. This is especially evident in her relationship with the new lawyer, who goes behind her back, making decisions without her consent. It's a bold move that, unsurprisingly, doesn't sit well with Jax and ends up backfiring in a significant way. This betrayal sets the stage for what I think will be a recurring theme throughout the season: Jax's need to maintain control over her life and her cases. But with so many moving parts, it's clear that she can't do it all on her own, and she's going to need to learn how to trust the right people if she wants to succeed. It left me wondering, who can Jax really trust this season, and how will these relationships shape the outcome of her biggest cases? Character development. Jax and her world. Another aspect of this episode that I loved was how it continued to develop the characters we've come to know and care about. Jax, of course, remains the central focus, but we also get to see more of the supporting cast and how they fit into the larger narrative. Lewis, for instance, is struggling with his own issues, and you can see the toll that their separation has taken on him. Meanwhile, at the office, tensions are rising with Corey, who has his own agenda that may or may not align with Jax's. The writing in this episode does a great job of giving each character depth and making their motivations clear. It's not just Jax who's facing challenges. Everyone in her orbit is dealing with their own personal battles, and it'll be interesting to see how these storylines intersect as the season progresses. Advice for new viewers. If you're new to Reasonable Doubt, I highly recommend starting with Season 1 to get a full sense of the characters and their backgrounds. However, Season 2 does a solid job of standing on its own, so you can still enjoy it even if you haven't seen the earlier episodes. The show's mix of legal drama, personal intrigue, and emotional depth makes it a must-watch for anyone who enjoys a well-crafted story with complex characters. For those already familiar with the series, my advice is to pay close attention to the little details in this episode. There are subtle hints and foreshadowing that suggest bigger twists and turns are on the horizon. The dynamic between Jax and the new lawyer, for instance, seems like it's going to be a major plot point, and I have a feeling that this isn't the last time we'll see conflict in the courtroom. Final thoughts. A strong start to the season. Overall, Who You Wit is a strong start to season 2 of Reasonable Doubt. It successfully reintroduces us to Jax and the other main characters while setting up some intriguing plotlines that will likely unfold over the course of the season. The balance between Jax's personal struggles and her professional challenges makes for compelling viewing, and I'm excited to see where the show goes from here. One of the things I'm most curious about is how Jax will continue to navigate the delicate balance between her career and her personal life. Will she be able to find the peace she's looking for, or will her professional ambitions continue to drive a wedge between her and the people she cares about? As we dive deeper into this season, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Jax will be able to repair her relationship with Lewis, or is it beyond saving? Let me know in the comments, and stay tuned for more reviews as the season progresses.